Romantic period, huh? My name is Kaushik and hope you all are doing great over there, studying literature and preparing for your exams. I have brought you this topic, romantic period, today, and in this gossip we will be discussing about some characteristics, some special topics about romantic period, some authors and their works. So let's get started. It was what romantic period is. First, the question is, so a great change in artistic styles, in cultural attitudes, and in the relations between artist and society. Because when we are studying literature, we study relations. What relations? The relation between the works and the artist and the writers and their motive of writing. So, if we talk about the time period or romantic period, and some people consider about 1780 to about 1848, and some consider 1798 to 1850, as 1798 is the publication date of lyrical ballads. You know this in this context, for in the context of this period, 1798 is important because this is the publication date of lyrical ballads, and 1780 is because of Blake, as he was writing at that time and has the spirit of romantic period. Blake, he was writing songs of experience and songs of fill the blanks. Now, if you want to define romanticism or romantic period, you're gonna feel a little bit difficult, as defining something or putting something in boundaries is being registered by romantic writers. What does it mean? It means romanticism wants no boundaries, no restrictions, but then what can we do to gossip about this is? Yes, we can gossip about its characteristics. So, romanticism is about spontaneity, visionary originality, and wonder and emotional self-expressions. So you can take these ideas, these words, and then you can find out something better in romanticism if you are studying this period. But now the question is, what romantic writers were free to, and why they were free, and how they got this freedom, all right, from all the boundaries the previous writers had. Now, it was development in science, means the freedom came to the writers because of the development in science. Now you can study this aspect, how development in science brought freedom to the writers, expansion of commerce, journalism, and literacy, which helped them to find out some new audience, and freed the writers from their noble patrons. So if they were dependent on their noble patrons, surely they were not free to write down anything. But later, development in science, so you can discuss this thing with your friends and you can find out more about this. So if you talk about freedom, Scott and Byron made the most of it, but Blake failed to find enough audiences. Now find out why. In short, romantic writers were doing their experiments over new things, and they were free to do that. The movement emphasized intense emotion as an authentic source of aesthetic experience. So aesthetic means related to beauty, and for this they considered the emotion like apprehension, horror, terror, but there was the most important thing, spontaneity. Did you hear this word anywhere, spontaneity, in relation to Wordsworth? So famous quotation. Instead of this, romantic authors as Edgar Allan Poe, Nathaniel Hawthorne used supernatural, occult, and human psychology. The key figures of the movement are William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, actually he is the same person. There is a comma, let me remove this, and John Keats, Byron, Shelley, Blake, who were much older that time. Blake, because 1780 is considered the starting date of romanticism because of Blake. That time he was writing and he had the spirit of romanticism, that's why. Novelist Walter Scott from Scotland and Mary Shelley, essayist William Hazlitt and Charles Lamb. All these were the writers of that period. So, here are some authors we should know about: Jane Austen, William Blake, Bronte family, Emily Bronte, Charlotte Bronte. There are three Bronte, one is missing there. So Lord Byron, Thomas Carlyle, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Ralph Waldo Emerson, American, I think he's American, and Nathaniel Hawthorne, Victor Hugo, Washington Irving, John Keats, Herman Melville, Edgar Allan Poe, Walter Scott, Mary Shelley, Henry David Thoreau, and William Wordsworth, the most important. Now it will be good to talk about some important topics. So let's go through. The first one is lyrical ballads. So this is very important, and I'm giving you a short introduction to lyrical ballads because it is the most important part, and you should go through deeply in this lyrical ballads. And the more you indulge in this literary piece, you will get the meaning. You will have the aesthetic sense over there. So lyrical ballads. This is important to know about this book for some sound reasons. The publication of the book in 1798 with many of the finest poems by William Wordsworth and Coleridge, and this is the starting point of the age. And Lake District, there is a term Lake District you will go through when you are studying this. You will be studying Romanticism. So, region in northwest England where William Wordsworth spent his time with other lake poets, and they used to sit there, gossip with their friends, and he used to write. And William Wordsworth was with his friend and sister. So the prelude. The next topic is the prelude, or growth of a poet's mind. This is the headache in studying English literature, that they have two names, and it is too tough to remember the names, but still they have other names too. I don't know why they made too tough to study so many things. But while writing the books, I don't think they would have thought about this. So an autobiographical poem. It can be asked that what is the autobiographical poem? Written by William Wordsworth, and this is composed by W.W., our Willie man, and he used blank verse in conversation with himself. There was conversation he was writing over there, and like Coleridge says that Wordsworth knew no one. He was alone over there in Lake District, and he used to write. Later you will find out a quotation about that. So words and conversation with himself. He used to talk to himself. Oh my God, I have done this, and he used to write. And now we are studying about William Wordsworth. He started this work in 1798 and continues throughout his life. And this work got published after his death. Even the lifetime was not enough to complete that work for William Wordsworth, and in 1850 by his widow Mary. And it created a new question for us in our exam. Which work is written by William Wordsworth and the work got published after his death? Let's see which work that was. The prelude, yeah. The Rime of Ancient Mariner, written in 1798 in Lyrical Ballads and published in the first edition of Lyrical Ballads. He used supernatural elements in it the first time, and it was charged for being obscure and difficult to understand first, but now we understand it. Do you understand this work? Actually, when I studied that first time, I could not understand, and later through Oxford Anthology, and there were some meanings of the words in the context, and I got that work. Now again, I'm thanking you for watching my videos and hope it will help you to read more about Romanticism. And please don't forget to click on subscribe button. This is the most important part of this video, and you will make me happy. I become more than happy when you subscribe my channel. This is true, quite true thing. So see you, bye bye. See you in next Victorian period or Elizabethan period or Age of Chaucer. Did you watch my video for Chaucer? Anglo-Saxon period I have uploaded there, so watch that. Till then, I'm making a video on Victorian period. Thank you for watching again. and bye bye. See you in next video.